Hi, so I am KB with Nerdophiles. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am doing well. Listen, I absolutely adored this series. I thought it was great from top to bottom.
Oh,
So,
good.
my so my first question is, what was the most challenging and rewarding part of bringing kind of the pilot to life and setting the stage for this kind of, Broadway to screen adaptation for the rest of the season?
Well, it was a big challenge, and luckily I had excellent people around me. And I really looked at, and we all looked at the first two episodes as the real chance to set the table. We shot them together, and so they really felt like they were of a piece from her point of view and then his point of view. And then after that, we sort of are just with both of them throughout. So it felt like there was a chance to set the language and the vocabulary for the show, how we're going to use musical numbers, what the world's going to look like, how the world's going to move, how we're going to move through the world. And so it was just a lot of deep conversation and fun conversations with my partners on this, Kristen and Bobby Lopez, Stephen Levinson, and Danielle Sanchez Witzel. And we just talked about what we wanted the world to look like. And then I went and got to talk to our designers, Ashley, our DP, Nikki, our costume designer, Sonia, our choreographer, Almitra. We did production design, and we just all really made sure that we were telling the same story in the same way. And I think that was the biggest challenge, is that we were unified because we're telling something that's set in 1999, but we didn't want to comment on that. We just wanted it to be true. We didn't want it to be, oh, look at 1999. We wanted it to just exist in that world. And so I think that was one of the big challenges. When we saw that that was working, that was enormously rewarding because it felt like, okay, we've created a language and now people know how to watch the show.
Yeah, I feel like it's rewarding for the viewers as well because, you're right. While it's set in 1999, I feel like the story is very timely. And so honestly, it could have been set in any time period, really, minus the Y2K episode, of course, but it could have
Right, right.
almost been set in any time period just because these characters are so relatable. Visually, everything is just so stunning and it works really well cohesively. So, yeah, kudos to you guys for sure.
Oh, well, thank you.
And
And that's something we talked about a lot. Like, what is it like to be in a time when you had to get to know somebody and it couldn't be from doing this on your phone? So that was another big part of it, right? How do we set it in the past enough where you actually have to get up off your couch and go meet somebody to figure out who they
listen, I miss those days completely. I miss 1999 for sure.
are? I hear you. I
So
hear you.
what's a scene for you that you kind of adored in these first two episodes that you directed that didn't make the final cut?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I wonder if I don't know if we shot anything in those first two that didn't get made. Like there was a scene. There was a longer version of some stuff up in Vermont, with her and her boyfriend. And they kind of set the table, but we realized George Hampy, who played opposite Mae Whitman there, they were both so good. We thought, oh, you know what? They can do this a lot faster than the words. So we ended up just having like some compression there, but we had a fantastic time working all those first 3 days all together, like a little summer camp. And then we came into New York City after that.
Ah, okay, got it, got it. And so my final question is, listen, if you had to choose, whose character arc do you feel like you were more kind of personally invested in?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I will say that what I really appreciated about the way that both these characters were both played and also drawn is that there would be moments every episode I'd be like, oh yeah, I understand why. Oh, wait, I understand. So I think that's what's nice about it is that one point of view doesn't feel clear. They're both complex and they both have a lot of honesty in them. And so I think that that's what allows the viewer to say, I kind of understand what they're, but I kind of, so, and then, no, don't do that. But there's definitely some moments as we were making it too. But I was so enamored with our company. I was just so proud to make the show with them. And I can't wait for people to see them.
Same. I think that the cast and obviously you guys as the creatives behind it did such a fabulous job. And I too can't wait for everyone to see it. So just thank you so much for taking the time to chat with Nerdophiles. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And thanks for checking it out. Appreciate it.